Darnel Alexander, the sensational R&B vocalist from the US of A, joins On the Sofa with Esther to discuss his first ever UK tour, March the 20th to the 22nd, 2026. There we go. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are across the globe. Welcome to an On the Sofa with Esther Wednesday special. Today we welcome a voice that carries the rich soul of classic R&B and the timeless spirit of the 90s. My guest is the incredible R&B sensation Darnel Alexander, a celebrated singer whose musical journey first captured hearts as a member of the group Second Nature, before going on to carve out a powerful solo presence on stages around the world.
Thank you so much.
And so, he's from the legendary James Brown to the incomparable Patti LaBelle, Queen Latifah, Mint Condition, and more recently Omar Wilson. Darnell's voice of passion and deep respect for the tradition of soul and R&B have made him a favorite among audiences. And more so, Darnel will be coming to the UK. Finally, we got him over here next week, the 20th, 21st, and 22nd of March. Welcome, Darnel.
Well, thanks for having me. This is wonderful. Wonderful to see you again and then be seeing you in person real soon here.
I know. I'll probably pass.
Trying to tell you. Oh, I'm bringing some heat, so you might want to bring a fan or something. I mean, I know it's gonna be a little chilly, but we're gonna warm it up.
That's right. That's right. Plus the menopause. So yeah, we need.
Oh man.
Right. Anyway, so I also, before I go any further, always like to ask my guests, who is Darnel in a nutshell, in a peanut shell, or a crab shell? Who is Darnel?
Man, I'm just a really low-key guy. I love to have fun. I love to see people happy and smiling all the time. I'm a positive motivator. I like to keep people in high spirits on a high vibration. So that kind of encompasses my personality.
Mm.
And, outside of that, music is my heart and soul. So when I'm really expressing myself, that's where it comes from.
So that's a bit like a double whammy in terms of your personality, and then you add that to music, and then you add that to the timeless classics that, which is really about love. Because
Yeah,
the real old classic R&B is about love, heart, soul, community. Over to you,
yep,
Don.
absolutely. I mean, when I'm singing, ever since I've been singing, even as a little kid, I've always felt like there was always the emotional connection to it. I never sang to get something back. I was always singing to give, whether it was giving something to myself to feel better for the day or just, making people, feel something they haven't felt before. And that a lot of that nowadays is what I try to do is I try to elicit feelings from,
Mm.
when you first heard a song that was just so amazing, no pun intended.
About to say,
Um,
yeah.
but the feeling that you got when you first heard something unique and
Mm.
beautiful, it's a feeling that you want to repeat. So I try to duplicate that on a regular basis for people.
Mm. And you do covers of a lot of we would say, the greats in your own way, because we've got to
Yeah,
pay homage to them, but also to you as well as an individual. And
yeah,
so, the Luther Vandross, James Ingram, Teddy Pendergrass, and all of those. And there's something in you that must be an old soul that can really connect to the magic of those individuals and make it your own, but also give the audience a sense of nostalgia.
yeah. There's something weird about like when I like take myself back to when I was growing up listening to those songs. Um, the songs and the music itself resonated so deeply inside my soul. So when I sing it, it's like I feel like I have to deliver it in a certain way, And a lot of times when I'm doing, Luther Vandross covers, some folks are like, why don't you make it your own? I'm like, first of all, Luther has made it the best it could possibly be. So I don't usually like to divert from his original style
Mm.
of creating the covers he's done. But now I've learned to kind of, throw a little bit of Darnell Alexander in there so people can, know who I am, but also really stay true to the the art that he created in the first place.
Mm. And so aside from the covers and the greats and the classics,
Yeah.
you've thrown a little bit of Darnell Alexandra. What is that throwing in? What is that sprinkling of Darnell Alexandra? What does that sound like?
Look, I'm working on some new stuff, and you'll be privy to that if you haven't been already through our mutual friend Kenny. But
Get it,
um,
get it.
my new my sound has always been very kind of um, I want to say sexy,
Mm.
but still very real and raw. You know, I always like to try to sing from my soul, from my diaphragm, so that you can really feel the vibration. But
Oh, very fancy.
but you know, my sound is, I just feel like it's a smooth. Um, I always try to create sounds that people want to put on repeat, not something that you're like, oh, I can only hear that one time, but you know, something you can play over and over. You know.
Mm, mm, mm. And so now for the sort of exciting part, I mean, we've alluded to it in different ways, but you will be touring the UK. You're coming to the
Yeah,
UK next week. I mean,
yeah, it's crazy.
I can remember just even just, thinking, oh, we got to get him over here and doing some research and going out and making connections. And then I was speaking to Jessica Stevens, who is opening up for you. And
Yeah.
she said, I can't wait until next week. And I'm like, next week, what?
What's
And
happening next week, right?
what's happening next week? And it's like, you're here.
Yeah,
And so on the 20th, you're going to be at the Stuartby Club in Bedfordshire. On the 21st, you're at the Pilgrim in Newcastle, and then you're at
yeah,
the Soho Social in Barnsley
yeah.
on the Sunday. So, what is that feeling like? I mean, have you been to the UK before, Darnell?
The furthest out of the US I have been is Hawaii and Canada, but Hawaii is part of the US. Canada is just right up the street.
All right, just don't say too much because we got a thing over here. The Brits have a thing about the Americans not traveling out of their terrain, so we'll keep that between us. Oh, that's wonderful. And you're coming into the UK. I mean, you're not kind of coming to London at this moment in time. I know later down you are, but what can people expect, Darnell? I mean, you've talked about the classics and your own stuff, and that sort of thread of being, really laid back, really sort of sexy, really sort of loving, and really,
Yeah,
really. But what else are you bringing, Darnell, other than your six pack?
that might come out. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Um, what you know what I realized recently through doing some performances is that I feel like they can expect a big show on a small scale, right?
Mm,
A lot of times when you go to a big show, like I remember my first Luther Vandross experience as a child, going to a show, bigger than life, big stage, big
mm,
music and sound. But then to have that brought into an intimate setting is a whole nother thing. And I think that is going to be something surprising to them because they're not going to be expecting what I sound like in person to actually,
yes.
be that. I always get that reaction. They're like, my first set, first couple of songs, they're like, is this guy really, is the microphone on? You know, tap that microphone to see. But yeah, so they can expect a little bit of magic, a lot of fun.
Mm,
I always try to make people feel comfortable and relaxed and just, uh, time well spent.
brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. And I'm gonna dip in and out a little bit, Darnell, but you're you did a track with Omar Wilson as well,
Yeah, yeah,
and I sort of noticed your trajectory, especially last year where you were, you were really expanding your reach
yeah.
in terms of your vocality. Is that a word? It is a word now. Um,
Right.
and just trying different things, different moods, different people. But so what was it like performing or doing your track with Omar? Was that what was that? I love you, no, what if?
That one is,
Oh,
I'll give you my all.
I'll give you my all, yes.
Yeah,
He's got kind of a raspy voice,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then you've got this sort of melodic soulful, and they blended. So what was that like working with Omar?
Oh, I loved it. I always love to do a good collaboration. First of all, the song was fire. So when I heard the song and heard the music, I was like, oh, this is going to be extra special. So I just basically cued, what do you call it, teed it up for him to deliver it in the way that he always does. So
Mm,
yeah, I was excited to do the song. I love the song. It's one of those songs I feel like that's in my list of timeless classics created. You know, it may not be on the mainstream, but I guarantee anyone who plays it will definitely put it on their playlist and want to put that on repeat.
mm. So, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you will know that Darnell is going to be bringing this eclectic bouquet of, something different. We talk about something blue, something new, all these different things into this bouquet. And I will definitely be there next Friday at the Stuart B Club. If you need to get hold of his manager, the UK representation, his manager is Kenny Stevens. But Darnell, I'm so looking forward to
I know,
finally,
right?
not just meeting you, but to be standing there listening to you.
Yeah.
And if if there was anybody in the world that you would love to partner with, to perform with, who would that be, Darnell?
You know, there used to be a really long list of people. Um, but you know, it's there's so many people out there that are really good that I enjoy. Um, you know, Joe is like my
Oh,
all-time
yes.
favorite R&B '90s singer. Tyrese, you know, and even singers like oh, Alex Isley. So like all of these current singers that have these really smooth, unique voices. I just, you know, I would love to do something like that. Even October London, and
Oh,
he's
yes.
like the Marvin Gaye. I'm like the Luther Vandross. I
Yeah.
think a show between him and I would honestly be epic. I don't know why he hasn't called me up yet to do this, but
Well,
you
I mean, he may just, he's in London the week after. So
know,
you never know. We can drop some hints for him.
yeah, you know, I
Um,
have a lot of ideas and a lot of creativity always circulating in my head, and I
mm.
always try to think what um, can I do that would be epic for the viewers or for the concert goers, and that would definitely be one.
Brilliant. Yeah. And even for that show, can you imagine October London and Darnell Alexander?
It'd be
Lots of ice
crazy.
buckets and lots of fans, ladies in the room. Because
My
that
goodness.
and the thing is with that, both of your vibrations are really high.
Yeah.
I sent your music on to quite a few people, and there's the same thing they've all said is they got tingles. Yeah.
Yeah, we missed that from back in the days. Like a lot of the new music is really good, but it doesn't take you to a place where your soul almost comes out of your body where you're like, wait, they touched me in a place where I'm never going to forget that.
Mm.
And that's what I strive for is to try to like get deep inside people's soul and speak to their desires or speak to their, emotional experiences. So they tie the music into that and love the music.
But that's also because you're there with it. Your
Yeah,
soul understands it. You do the work, so you
yeah,
understand that depth of everything.
yeah.
It's just your outpouring for others. So yeah, ladies and gents, do book your tickets, whether that's for Bedfordshire on Friday the 20th, um, Newcastle on Saturday the 21st, and Barnsley on Sunday the 22nd.
Soho.
Get your
Yeah,
ticket for Soho Social. And I just want to say thank you for your time. Thank you for the music, but also
yeah. Thank you for having me.
thank you for the vibration that you are sharing, spilling into the world because it's needed as well.
You know it is. It's a crazy world we're living in now. Times are so crazy, and it's like we just need more positivity. We need more love. We need more humanity. Uh,
Absolutely.
so yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been talking to Darnell Alexander, put your teeth in this, on this Wednesday special. And there's going to be lots of sound bites next week, with lots of mics shoved in your face. He's here. And Elva, thank you very much. Elva is his US manager, Kenny Stevens, his UK road manager. And so yeah, just show up. Show up.
Yeah, it's going down. You don't want to miss this. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. Darnell, Darnell.
hey.
Okay,
Let's
have a
go.
wonderful day, Darnell, and looking
Yeah.
forward to you next week. Yes,
All
thank
right. We'll be seeing you soon.
you. Thank you. Right,
All
bye.
right. Bye
Bye.
bye.
If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to click the bell icon for notifications on future videos. Thank you for watching.